the best, and I'm blinded by the neon. Don't try to change my tune. I thought I heard a saxophone. I'm drunk on the moon.
I don't know if you've seen on the Facebooks, if you're on Facebook, some of you are not, I know this, but my brother from another mother, my big monkey motherfucker, Dell and his special K, Karen, man, they got the fucking sign on their lawn last week. Things are super, super cool. Hey, I just want to give you a heads up. If you didn't notice it, we actually drove by the laneway that leads to their property. You can't see their house from the road, this road here. But anyways, so yeah, hot fucking properties in Strathroy, babies. I'm telling you, Strathroy's been hopping because everyone that lives in the big old town of London, Ontario, are fucking moving out to Strathroy and living in the burbs. Imagine that, you're living out in the country now, and then now it's just the suburbs. You're just living in suburban neighborhoods of garbage, cookie cutter little houses. 300,000, $500,000. They all look the same. They've got no fucking trees on their property. They've got no property on their property because I've seen the backyards of some of these, and you've seen them probably too in Dell's videos. They're like, 20 feet by 30 foot. So anyways, heading west to them gorgeous mountains. Beautiful sky. I will shut up now and let you enjoy the ride. Magnificent, eh? Just gorgeous. And we're panning now, and this is actually the start of Talioco Valley in the Newitt Mountain Range there. There they are, through the trees. And through the trees, good morning. Guess what? Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. As you can see, we've got the worm full moon going down over there. The sun will be coming up over there. The woofers have been fed. Yeti is ready to go. Another road trip on this beauty day, eh? And if you haven't heard by now, our beloved friends, Del and Karen, have sold their house. They're that much closer to coming home. So I'll see you guys when we're on the road. Have a great day. All right, here we are on the road once again, my friends. Road tripping, gotta get some hog food. So things have definitely changed weather-wise in our area the last, I guess, almost 2 weeks now. We've been in the low teens, mid-teens during the day, going down to, almost minus 10 some nights. Right now it's currently -8. As you can see, the sky is gorgeous once again. As I alluded to, it took 3 days for Del and Karen's house to sell on the market because fucking that part of southwestern Ontario is a hot commodity, and we are just so stoked, so excited, you wouldn't believe it. Like, we're just looking forward to the transition and those guys basically coming home because they've been looking forward to this for a while. So the universe is working itself out, balancing itself out, acting accordingly as it were, and yeah, can't say once again how extremely fucking happy, excited, looking forward to all the adventures and misadventures that we're going to share together. So keep you guys abreast of that when I can. I'm sure you're going to hear some more information dropping from the mudflap himself, my big monkey. And yeah, keep you dialed into this sunrise as it comes along. Enjoy the ride, and I'll see you in the puddle.
alcohol?
No, sir.
Do you take drugs or alcohol?
What is drugs? What is drugs? What is drugs?
Things are warming up. Bugs are back in the Chicolton, but these are the non-attacking bugs. So far it's just like little flies and whatnot. The things that want to eat you, they'll be back in the next couple of weeks, and then they'll have their different stages throughout the season until we have the chilly embrace of fall. 2 seasons in the Chicolton, winter and bug season. Cannabis front, what's happening on the cannabis front? Well, we saw that the guy's just basically a piece of shit, corporate whore, going online basically, listen to me, basically, going on the record and basically stating, social media, in the news, that the impact that the black market is having on retail sales. Evidently, they're not doing as well as they thought they'd be doing, but those of us that knew that more than likely they were going to be sucking some dick. Not just sucking some dick, sucking a bag of dicks, just because overpriced product, underwhelming, that may or may not have been sprayed with any of 21 different pesticides and what have you. Keep in mind, they're allowed to spray these things on flowering and dried cannabis, as well as the availability, irradiation. Anyone knows what irradiation does to a glandular trichome on cannabis knows that it ruptures the waxy membrane, and all the goodness and medicinal and the whole cannabinoid profile goes out the window. So yeah, that's coming back to bite them in the ass. It's kind of crazy, and I've said it before. Other people have said it before too, but when you can grow something in your garden that you can take out of your garden, wash in your sink, and eat it, and that very same food product would not stand up to the strict guidelines that Health Canada has imposed on cannabis, both recreationally and medicinally. It's farcical. It is farcical. It's a joke. We're going to see what's going to happen come 420. You know how I've opined on that. I think that's a bit of a shit show. It's not a protest. It's a festival. I've got no problem with festivals, especially a cannabis festival. I think there should be cannabis festivals all over the place. I did see that the Great Canadian Glass Gathering is going to happen with Redbeard. We know what goes on there. It's a great weekend. It's a great cannabis-themed event. There's entertainment, there's glass blowing, there's a free and fair people's market. Love that. It's on private property, so the authorities can go, hey, how's it going? I'm hoping that everything goes swimmingly as well for Liberty Farms, Grassroots Medicinal, and their 420 golf tournament, which myself and the Big Monkey are hoping to attend. Yeah. See lots of things about the cannabis and the legalization and whatnot, and I really don't comment too much on it anymore because I think it's just a crock of shit. When you have CEOs and corporate entities coming on out and crying the blues and how they want the authorities to really crack down on those illegal black market sales. Yeah, well, the people have spoken. You look at the demographic of sales on the different provinces of territories. I think BC and Ontario are the two lowest where people are actually going and utilizing the legalized cannabises. Most of them are sourcing their needs, be it recreational or medical, through the good old standard keep your guy on speed dial. It's working. Obviously the fear-mongering campaign for the edibles is going full tilt boogie. Drug driving, how dangerous that is, how poisonous cannabis is. Fear-monger, fear-monger. It is a shit show. It's laughable, but the reality is it's very sad because the average person may or may not know of the actual truths that are associated with cannabis and the benefits that cannabis can have in so many lives. Now, I'm going to deviate for a second because cannabis is not a benign substance. Some people don't do well on cannabis. Some people smoke cannabis and get skitzed out. It's not because they haven't built up a tolerance, it's just because how they're wired, because we're all wired differently, and how cannabinoids interact with them can cause some stress. So you got to keep that in mind. It is not a benign, harmless substance. Nothing really on the planet is a harmless substance. People can die from a bit of water. People can die from peanuts. People can die from an insect stinger bite. So keep that in mind. When you're educating other people, or those that may not be in the know, it's key to hit all ends of the spectrum. Don't come across as cannabis is this miracle plant, cure-all, be-all. That's not quite the case. It has the ability to provide a lot of relief, both medicinally and recreationally, as well. That was Les. Les heading into town again. As well, we know as a food source, the seeds, amino acids, full plant spectrum. People juice it. They're juicing cannabis leaves, cannabis buds, raw. The cannabis isn't activated yet because it hasn't been decarboxylated. So there's no high associated with that. But if you were to test those individuals' cannabinoid levels, they would be through the roof. Would that quantify them as being impaired if they had to get pulled over and swabbed in a traffic stop? The science behind that needs to be proven in a court of law. And I feel bad for those individuals that may end up being the guinea pigs for that. But again, education is key. Stop the fear-mongering through education. Share your knowledge, share your experience. Share what you have in your garden, whether it's cannabis, fruits, vegetables, doesn't matter. Sharing is caring. That's what it's all about. I'll let you guys go for now and see you later in the video. Back on the super smooth seal coat out here on the Chicolton. blacktop that they did last summer ended about 10 or so minutes ago. Who knows if they'll continue it this summer this way. It's neither here nor there in the grand scheme of things, because when you think about it, here we are, it's almost 2020, and this road, Highway 20, was not paved until the 1980s. It was a gravel road up until that point in time. Actually, some of the folks out here that I know helped either log where the road was going to go, or they helped build the road. But when we went through Anaheim Reserve back there, and then we ended up in Alexis Creek, we went by the RCMP detachment there, and lo and behold, one of the lesser known vehicles was parked in their parking lot. And what it is, just adjust this for you guys, it's an unmarked cop car. Well, it's a cop truck. It is a mid-2000s Chevy. It's lifted, it's tinted, it's got aftermarket wheels on it, it's got a winch, it's got a toolbox in the back. So if you come rolling up on it, it just looks like a truck. Or if it comes rolling up on you, it just looks like a truck. It's a drug truck though. There is a drug cop with his drug dog that patrols the Chicolton in that truck. Now, due to the reserves and youth on reserves not having a lot to do, and the loss of culture, here comes a bump. Youth not having a lot to do, loss of their culture and their heritage. Gang issues are prevalent even on reservations that are remote. Think about it. Williams Lake is a couple hours, and there is Redstone Reserve, there's Anaheim Reserve, there's Stony Reserve. You get what I'm saying? That's just along Highway 20. So yeah, there's a bit of a gang issue. It's not like it has an impact on most of our lives out here. There is problems on reserves. Sliding around, eh? But anyways, the whole point of bringing this up about that fancy unmarked truck was folks out here have a penchant to sometimes cruise around and have a traveler. And by a traveler, I mean they'll have a wobbly pop or a beverage of their choice as they're casually driving along. I myself have enjoyed some travelers, or a traveler, single. Get to a certain point on your journey and maybe you'll crack a cold one. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just the way it is. Go figure, Alexis Creek General Store sells singles. Anyways, I digress. So, having enjoyed a single traveler, myself and Mrs. Chili Boo were up for a Sunday drive one day. And after we left Bull Canyon heading west, decided to enjoy a smoke, as it were. I need to really get a fucking serious mount here before I'm sliding shit all over the place, because as you can see, I'm constantly readjusting. Anyways, so had a traveler, it was open, had finished smoking a left-handed cigarette, like not even 10 kilometers from home, and this truck comes zooming up behind me. It's way back there, but it's zooming, and holy fuck, that's annoying. Roads are really bumpy. I don't have a proper mount. Anyways, Spidey sense went off. I'm watching this truck and it's gaining. My gut's sending me some intestinal fortitude. It's like, man, this is not good. Something bad's gonna happen. You need to take offensive action. So I said to Adele, I said, hey, without turning around, you told me about that cop truck that's in Alexis Creek, that unmarked cop truck. I said, I think it's behind us. She sort of casually looks, it's like, yeah, that's it. I went, okay. So we were coming up to an intersection, say one of the side roads, but on the corner of that side road happened to be a property of someone that we knew, and we're now like 5 clicks away from the house. and my spidey sense is going off. I'm thinking this motherfucker behind me is gonna light me up. If he does, A, the truck just reeks of weed. I just smoked a joint. I've got an open. Yeah, I'm fucked. Casually turn on the signal, slow down, turn into a friend's driveway. Cop truck cruises by. I just drive in as if I'm going there for a visit. But inside, I was probably doing a couple 100 miles an hour. My heart rate was slightly elevated because that kind of shit could have ended very, very badly for us. So, travelers don't happen anymore at all. We're in the middle of our, we're not in the middle, but we're coming up to the end of NB 100. That ends in the end April 29th. As for enjoying a left-handed cigarette, well, get out the jet skis, boys. Lake Chilibu is open for water sports. All right, you guys get an idea of how how vast that lake is, eh? It's about 6 inches deep at the deep end. So close the gate. I've got to unload the groceries, then I'll back the truck over to the toy shed and hand bomb that grain out. Let's just get this over here and get the woofers out. All right, brothers and sisters, thanks for joining me on this little road trip, west to east in the beast. I will catch you next video. All right.